The investigation continues into a disturbance that led to bullet holes through the window of a Chico business. We are tracking Hurricane Melissa as it bears down on the island of Jamaica, where major damage is expected. And what Governor Gavin Newsom had to say about a possible run for president.
Covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
New at noon, Paradise Police arrested a documented gang member for carrying a loaded gun. Happened just after 11 last night after a traffic stop for speeding near Skyway and Thomason Lane. Police say Alexis Garcia refused commands to get out of the vehicle and struggled with officers when they took him into custody. Officers say a search turned up a loaded gun in his waistband. Garcia is a convicted felon, not allowed to have a gun. No one was hurt. Garcia was arrested on a number of weapons charges. Chico police are still working to make an arrest after someone fired shots that hit a donut shop near 9th and Main Streets early Sunday morning. These photos are from Steve O'Brien, who owns the shop next door to Helen's Donut Nook, where the bullets went through the glass window. Police say they came from a disturbance reported shortly before 5 a.m. near 7th and Main Streets, which is where the Arco gas station is. Police say no one was hurt and that the shooting is under investigation. CAL FIRE law enforcement officers have arrested a Palermo man for an attack on a fire engine. They say 31-year-old William Miller Jr. disabled the fire engine, number 72, as it was responding to a vegetation fire with lights and sirens. Investigators say Miller threw and hit the engine with an unopened 20-ounce can of Red Bull. No one was hurt, but the engine was out of service for several weeks for repairs. Miller was booked on a number of felony charges. A live look now from the Bloomer camera that overlooks Lake Oroville. You can see some low clouds, maybe even some fog there as we start to clear out and warm up. Meteorologist Mark Thibodeau has a look at what you can expect for the day ahead.
Well, good afternoon, Linda. We are looking at lots of sunshine the rest of the week. Temperatures warming up. Very low or no rain chances. A lot of the weather is aimed at the Pacific Northwest north of us, with the jet stream aimed squarely at Portland and Medford. And meantime, here across the Mid-Valley into the North Valley, we're looking pretty good. All the moisture stays north of us this week. You can see here on the infrared the last 24 hours, a lot of the moisture again channeling just north of the area. Anything that does move in tends to dissipate in this kind of a pattern. So we are going to be looking at some pretty good conditions. We head through the evening hours. We're in the 50s. Chico 57 at 10 p.m. tonight. Redding 57. Mount Shasta a little cooler. And as we head through the early morning hours and the Tuesday morning, starting off a little cool. Temperatures around 50, but could be upper 30s at some of the highest elevations.
All right, thank you, Mark. New at noon, Sutter County Sheriff's deputies arrested 2 people for agricultural theft. Deputies say it happened yesterday during a traffic stop on Highway 99 near O'Banion Road. They say 44-year-old Yvonne Deza and 45-year-old Dennis Martinez of Marysville had more than 200 pounds of walnuts in the back seat of their vehicles, and they were arrested on theft charges. Investigators say both have prior theft convictions and that Martinez was wanted on 2 out-of-county warrants. Happening today, you can weigh in on the addition of license plate readers in Shasta County. The Sheriff's Office wants to add the Flock Safety License Plate Reader System, a network of cameras that helps law enforcement investigate missing person alerts, track stolen vehicles, and other crimes. The meeting is tonight at 5 in the City of Shasta Lake City Council chambers. This week's Unsolved Mystery focuses on the disappearance of a man from Chico 37 years ago. The Butte County Sheriff's Office said Archie McKinnon called his mom from a bar on Park Avenue July 11, 1988. He told her there were people after him. His mom, Marjorie Puccinelli, never heard from him again. He had called his mom every day before he went missing. McKinnon was 39 at the time. Today he would be 77. He was 5'9", 150 pounds with gray hair and blue eyes and a scar from his right chest to his left hip. If you have any information, call the Butte County Sheriff's Office. Hurricane Melissa intensified to a Category 5 early this morning as it neared Jamaica. Take a look. It is threatening to bring catastrophic flooding, landslides, and widespread damage to homes and infrastructure. The storm is forecast to dump up to 30 inches of rain on Jamaica, along with life-threatening storm surge along its southern coast. Reporter Jason Allen is in Kingston with the very latest.
And those outer bands of wind from Melissa are really starting to pummel the Kingston, Jamaica area right now. And this is really still just the beginning. The wind has been picking up throughout the morning. As you can see, that there isn't rain or heavy rain right now. It's been coming in bands. So it'll be moderate to heavy for a while, and then it'll back off. And we can see the rain in the distance, but in a lot of cases, the mountains seem to really be just kind of taking the punch out of that rain. We expect that to change as the direction of the wind changes. Now, as we talk about the wind, because it's been a lot of talk about the rain, the wind is a big concern when you look at some of the structures like this one that are built in some of these neighborhoods along the shore. Already we have seen the wind be enough to start to pick up some of this metal roofing and pick it up in the air and even throw some across the street. And remember, this is just the beginning. So this is where some people have decided to take shelter from this storm. A lot of animals walking around, a lot of dogs walking around, taking shelter wherever they can find it. But it's still, the brunt of the storm is still way off to the southwest. We expect conditions to get much, much worse as we get into the evening and the overnight hours tonight. Back to you.
That was Jason Allen reporting from Kingston. Now, Hurricane Melissa is expected to make landfall on the island tonight and Tuesday, and then cross southeastern Cuba and the Bahamas through Wednesday. President Donald Trump has departed Malaysia, continuing his tour throughout Asia. The president was in Malaysia to attend the Association of Southeast Asian Nations Summit and to oversee a peace agreement between Cambodia and Thailand. In Japan, he'll meet with the country's new Prime Minister, Sanae Takaichi, in Tokyo. This will be the first meeting between the two leaders. Takaichi is hoping to calm trade tensions between the two countries. Governor Gavin Newsom said he will consider whether to run for president after the 2026 midterm elections. The comment came in an interview on CBS Sunday Morning after he was asked if he had given it serious thought.
Yeah, I'd be lying otherwise. I'd just be lying, and I can't do that. Yeah, I think the biggest challenge for anyone who runs for any office is people see right through you if you don't have that why. You're doing it for the wrong reasons. And so, look, well, that fate will determine that.
South Carolina will be the first state to hold elections in the 2028 Democratic primary. The city of Chico is scheduled to clear the next round of illegal homeless camps today. They include camps along Little Chico Creek from Bruce Road to Pomona Avenue. 10 people are camping there, and there are 17 abandoned camps. The Comanche Creek area will also be cleared. 10 people are camping there with 8 abandoned camps, and 2 people will be moved out of the bike path between the Skyway and East 20th Street.